Welcome back to Good Things Utah. On this Tuesday, life is always better with a bite of cheesecake.
You know him as Blankets by Brian, and joining us now in the kitchen to teach us the first step in making a delicious cheesecake is Brian Severson. This is so exciting. Those look amazing.
Happy New Year.
The blankets are over here. So don't worry, we're not going to mix them into the recipe, but you should get cozy and make this at home.
Absolutely. Well, I've actually really wanted to do this for years. This is one of the simplest pie crust recipes you could possibly do, but it's overwhelmingly popular. People love it. Even people that don't like cheesecake.
I thought you might out me on the air because Brian knows me very well. I don't like cheesecake. Whoa.
So this is not a baked cheesecake. In fact, I tried to change the name. It's more of a cheesecake pie filling. So it's really not cheesecake, other than the cream cheese.
Can I defend myself? Because now people are like, wait, you're not American. Like, what's happening?
No, it's common, I think.
It's the texture.
Yeah,
it's not the flavor of the cheesecake.
Yeah.
I don't like the texture of cheesecake.
No,
I agree with you. A lot of people don't like the texture. In fact, I'm not a huge fan of the texture of real baked cheesecake. I don't love it.
But this is different.
Totally different. Everybody loves it.
Okay.
And you will never buy one of those gross graham cracker crusts that are pre-made ever again when you realize how easy it is to make your own.
Well, those don't have much flavor.
They're really old. And when you taste the difference, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I have
Brian, I trust you. The pre-made crust.
I know.
Change my mind
look
right
how
now.
easy this is.
How do we do this?
So I pre-made some of it, but it's about, I want to emphasize too, these are really loose measurements.
Okay.
You can do more if you like more. You can do less if you like less. There's no way to mess this up. But anyway, to start doing the graham cracker crust, I think most people know this already, is you're just going to put, if you can't find the graham crackers already crushed, just put some in a bag like this, smash them up, and it's just that easy. This is about 1 3/4 cups, maybe 2 cups. It's actually a package and a half. Which is even easier of graham crackers.
Right, I have a couple little chunky pieces in there. That's okay.
Yeah. No, who cares?
We like that in a bite, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you're just going to, let's see, we want to just really quickly blend the flavors. That's
you're putting cinnamon in there.
Half teaspoon.
See, that's
why not just a little
changer.
extra, because I love it.
Delicious.
And then look how I measure sugar.
Keep it coming.
A little bit more.
This is why Brian and I are good friends.
3 tablespoons-ish of what's that called? Brown sugar, thank you.
And then just kind of mix all that together.
You really could do this by hand. It doesn't really have to be done with the mixer, but I just find it easier.
And you still have those kind of chunks of the brown sugar and chunks of the graham cracker.
And then you're just going to put in a 1/2 cup, which is 8 tablespoons, maybe 1 stick. Is that what it is?
1/2 cup is 1 stick?
Yeah.
Yep.
So then you're just going to pour that in, and believe it or not, that's it.
Wait, is that it for the crust?
That's it. That's all. And this is like Martha Stewart style recipes too. It's not even.
Wait, I'm surprised at how easy this is, though. I think of cheesecake as being something that's time-consuming, that's fancy, that's going to be hard to make, but I could totally do that.
Dina, can you smell the cinnamon? It still smells like the holidays.
Now,
yes, I love it.
Here's the most surprising part about this recipe. The next step is where, if you're going to mess it up, this is where you mess it up.
Oh, really?
The first time I made this, I'm like, oh, I'm going to make the most perfectly shaped pie. So I took this and I packed it in there all beautiful and made the most pretty pie.
That's what I would think to do.
So the butter in this solidifies so hard that you can't cut it. After it goes in the fridge. So this
What do I do instead?
You want to keep it light and airy like this.
Don't push it down.
Right. If the only way that I would push it down is maybe like around the edge.
I'm so happy you said that because I would totally want to make it perfect with my finger.
And that's what I did the first time. And I literally, after it went in the fridge, I could not cut it.
I feel like this is almost going to be more like a cheesecake crumble.
Now, if I had my way, I would do half crust, half cheese.
Because
I like the crust
so
better.
Delicious.
Yeah. So all you're gonna do is keep it light and airy as much as possible.
I see what you're doing right now. You're shaping light and airy.
And then in part 2 of this recipe, in the second hour, we're gonna show you how to do the filling. But just throw this in the fridge while you're doing the filling, because then it will start to get a little bit hard.
The crust to cheesecake ratio is cracking me up.
You can see how much about those over there. You can see how much I love the crust.
Well, I love that too. I thought those looked so fancy though, Brian, when you set these down. I was like, what restaurant has
Well, we're
brought
going to talk about
these?
all the different ways you can do this. There's 1,000 different ways to serve this up.
I can't wait to
They're
try
beautifully
them.
put together. So this recipe brought to you by blanketsbybrian.com, and it's on our website, but we're not finished. In the second hour, Brian is sticking around, and he's going to get me to like cheesecake.
I think he'll do it.
Watch it.
It's a tough job.
I'm confident that he's going to get you.
I will bet you $10.
Okay.
Okay. The bet next on GTU. We're playing a